All right, Mr. Rich, how are you doing today?
Good. How's it going with you guys?
I'm good. I'm glad that the weather's finally warm enough now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to ask you a series of testimonial questions. We're interested in what your input is with us. What kind of problems were you facing before you had your building built?
Trying to find a company that would build one within my time frame.
Okay, and now that your building is erected, did this solve any of the problems you were facing prior?
Well, not yet, because it's not complete. All we have right now is the siding, a shell, windows and doors.
Okay.
I've got to insulate and I've got to put electricity in it.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what are we going to have inside the building? Since it's
Well,
not
this side is going to be a workshop.
Okay.
I've got a hobby of overhauling, riding lawnmowers, so that's what will be happening there. In the center is the biggest one, and that's 26 by 50, and that's going to be where we store all our boats. We have a large boat that's 27 foot, and with the trailer and everything, it's about, 35 foot long. So that's going in there, plus 2 wave runners and a bass boat.
Okay. How did you find out about Andy's Buildings?
Actually, it was by accident. I perused the Facebook, and there was dozens of companies on there, and most of them were out of state. There was a few in-state, but most of them were out of state, and I come across Andy's Buildings, and something he said just caught my attention, that he can build it to my liking. In other words, it would be a custom built to my ideas, and we did that.
And I know you mentioned out of state, Mr. McCormick, we're here at Grove, Oklahoma right now, and Andy's Buildings is physically in Clarksville, Arkansas. We're located in Clarksville, Arkansas. What would you recommend to potential customers looking for a building on a different state from Andy?
Well, because of Andy's Buildings, and through my experience dealing with them, they can have one built anywhere within, I think, 5 or 6 states of Arkansas, very easy. Because he has a crew that's mobile, and they come in right away, and they don't waste any time.
So location wasn't too much of a problem?
No. Okay. He made a commitment, and he filled that commitment.
So adding on to that, in this generation, everything is online, from cars and houses and now buildings. Even for me, dealing with big purchases such as these make it difficult for some people to recognize integrity, especially when putting in a down payment and expecting a projected building date when you haven't met that company in person. I'd like to ask, what made our products and services stand out from other options out there? Why Andy's Buildings?
Well, Andy came to my house personally, and with the engineering prints and everything, showing me how the structure goes together, and he sold me on the idea that this is a good, strong building for Oklahoma with their high winds and all. And he had his father in the truck and introduced me to him, in the car, and together I just felt confident that he was the guy that could do it.
Was there anything we as Andy's Buildings could have done differently than what you experienced with us?
No, you could have brought warm weather.
Well, Mr. McCormick, that wraps up this interview. We do highly appreciate you doing this for us. It was definitely a pleasure erecting your building and more of an honor to have you chat with us.
Thank you very much.